পরিবার নিয়ে আজকে আমার এখানে টপিকটি আমরা কলোকেশন এবং কলোকেশনের মিনিং এভরিথিং একসাথে আমরা এখান থেকে এই টপিকের মধ্য দিয়ে পেয়ে যাব। আর এগুলোকে আমাদের প্রাত্যহিক জীবনে আমরা আমাদের রাইটিংয়ের মধ্য দিয়ে এবং স্পিকিংয়ের মধ্য দিয়ে প্রকাশ করব। তাহলে চলে আসি আমরা পরিবার নিয়ে। Your parents and siblings, brothers and sisters are your immediate family, and your extended family includes all your relatives, uncles, cousins, and great uncles, etc. You can use a family tree to draw a graph the relationships among your family members. A person who is related to you by a long series of connections can be called a distant relative. If you are lucky, you have a loving family, or these expressions refers to a family that has good relationships, where everyone loves each other and helps each other. If you were raised in a loving family, then you probably had a free childhood. That means that you had nothing to worry about when you were young. On the other hand, a family in which the relationships are bad or unhealthy can be called a dysfunctional family. So the parents went through a bitter divorce. That means a separation in which there were bad or angry feelings between the husband and wife. It's also possible to have a messy divorce and with a prolonged legal battle involving lots of conflicts about the separation of the former couple's assets, money, and professions. About the separation of assets are made in the divorce settlements. A family in which there are divorces or separation is sometimes called a broken home. Sometimes the mother and father fight over custody of the children, and that refers to which has the primary responsibility of caring for the kids. A judge can grant custody. That means the ex-husband and ex-wife share the responsibility or sole custody to only one parent. For example, a judge might award sole custody to the mother, and the father has to pay child support, regular payments to help with expenses for the kids. If it was a mutual or divorces or separation, that means that the ex-husbands and ex-wife agreed to separate without fighting, and then they will probably say on good terms with each other, meaning to have a polite relationship without conflicts. If a woman gets pregnant without being married or in a relationship, then she will become a single mother. And some women in this society or situation choose to have an abortions, and others prefer to give the baby up. At the time when the baby is planned to arrive is called the due date, and you can also say the baby is due in mid-October. For example, so after the woman has the baby or gives birth to the baby is given to adoptive parents, and who raise the child or bring up the child as if it was their own. Sometimes when the adopted child is older, he or she tries to find their birth mother, a biological mother. So this is important information for you, and you can have a lot of collocative words from this text. Okay, আপনারা যারা আজকে টেক্সটটি শুনেছেন, এখানে অসংখ্য কলোকেটিভ ওয়ার্ড পেয়েছেন। এই ওয়ার্ডগুলোকে আপনাদের এভরিডে লাইফে স্পিকিং এবং রাইটিংয়ে কাজে লাগাবেন। ইভেন পাশাপাশি যারা আপনারা আজও আমার স্কিল পাবলিকেশন পেজটি লাইক দেন নাই বা ফলো করেন নাই, আপনারা একটু লাইক বা ফলো দিয়ে রাখুন। ধন্যবাদ। দেখা হবে ইনশাআল্লাহ পরবর্তী টিউটোরিয়ালে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।